Hey everybody, Brian Mittman here. I just wanted to talk today about a very unique and interesting aspect of taxes and how they affect construction workers as well as everybody. There's one type of tax that we all dread, especially here in New York, and that is our property taxes. Depending on where you live, property taxes are through the roof. You're paying for school taxes, you're paying for county taxes, you're paying for town taxes. It can be amazing if you bought a home, what happened to your taxes over the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. They have gone through the roof. And how do you lower those taxes? What can you do? There is a special tax procedure called a tax certiorari. What that is just a fancy word for making a request to the taxing authority where you live to reduce your property taxes. I'm not going to get into the complex nature of what it means, but what it means most importantly is that you could significantly reduce your property taxes anywhere from a few $100s to thousands of dollars based upon the actual value of your property for purposes of taxes. Listen to that. Thousands of dollars potentially in reduced taxes. What happens is this. As a general rule, the tax authority where you live, if you own a home, has assessed a certain value to the home. Not the value you paid for, not the value you want to sell, but it's called an assessed value for tax purposes. They then take that number and they multiply it by whatever the tax rate is for that year. Therefore, that's what your taxes are. In order to have reduced taxes or lower your taxes, you need to have a lower assessed amount. So what happens is when you buy your home, there's a certain amount and boom, you're stuck with that. Over a period of time, if you do improvements to the home or other things happen, the value can go up, it can go down, things like that. But if over the course of many years you haven't done anything, you can actually go to the town and say, hey, you've assessed me at $29,000 and I think it is worth less. What will happen is you make the appeal in the application and there are companies that will do it for you. And then once that appeal happens, if they lower it, maybe they lower it to $26,000, you now have a new assessment value. So instead of $29,000 times the tax rate, it's $26,000 times the tax rate, and your taxes are lowered. You can't do this every year, but every few years you can potentially do this, and it is well worth looking into because you can save money. The companies out there that do this actually will charge you a portion of what they save you. So in the first year you're not going to save as much, but guess what? For the following years your tax amount will be lower. This is a good hidden little trick for those of us that have mortgages and own homes and you're trying to find ways to save some money. So in this tax season, pay attention, see if you want to do a tax certiorari. If you have any questions, give me a shout out.